would please stand for the invocation of flag off that side, so everybody can.
Most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, it's again this afternoon, Lord, we bow before you. We're so thankful, Lord, that you let us live the rest of time. Our Father, we ask that you be with us and meet everything that's done in thy will. Forgive us of our sins, Lord. Thy will, let us return to our home safe. And we pray in thy name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 2 is on the agenda, is reading and approval of previous meetings minutes.
Make a move to accept as read.
Have a move to accept the meeting minutes. And second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand.
Stand with it here.
Thank you. Motion carries. Item 3 is old business. There was none. Item 4 is new business. We have one rezone request, so I'm now going to open up a public hearing for this rezone request. I'd like to ask Richard what the county's recommendation is on this.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Cagle. This property is in southwest Pickens. You go out 53 West, turn left on the Mullinax, and go down Mullinax, turn on to Gibson Trail, and then there is a private drive off Gibson Alley's Way. And this property and the surrounding area, there's a good bit of Gibson land, and so there's a total of about 24 acres. It's owned agriculture. Wallace Gibson proposes to sell 8 or 9 acres off and to make it by the code of ordinances, rezoning it to residential makes sense. It's less than 10-acre piece, so rezoning just this surveyed portion of 8.89 acres to go from agriculture to rural residential. It's in line with the comprehensive plan listing the southwest Pickens area for rural development, low density, single family residential, and didn't see anything else that stood out in terms of the application. Staff recommends approval. And I will note for the record that this case has been properly advertised and signposted and everything else.
Mr. Gibson, is there anything that you'd like to add? There's nobody signed up to speak. Any discussion, questions for Mr. Gibson?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a move and second to approve the motion. Any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand. Motion carries. That closes that hearing for that part of the new business. Item 4 is board comments. Excuse me, item 5 is board comments. Excuse me.
Don't really have a place to put this, so if you will please indulge me, this is a staff comment, but if I can, I'd like to go over the draft comprehensive plan with y'all. So the Board of Commissioners on Thursday night will review a couple of items. The state requires that every few years we review what we have now and also look at what may be in the future, whether it's 5 years or 10 years. And the comprehensive plan is really vision, goals, and objectives, and taking that vision and making it into reality. That's something that is on the local folks, but the state requires that we first put together the vision, and that has to cover the county and all the cities. And so over the last year, the draft comprehensive plan has been put together based on survey responses We got about 743 responses to a survey we put out, the stakeholder meetings that were held, the emails, the interviews. So the comprehensive plan is looking at the next 5 to 10 years. A part of the comprehensive plan is the service delivery strategy. That just shows what services each jurisdiction provides as of today. So, within the last 5 to 10 years, the only things in terms of the service delivery strategy that's changed is Nelson no longer provides police, and Talking Rock had a 2011 agreement with the county for the county to provide permitting, inspection, business licenses, anything like that within the town limits. And the town in April, the mayor and council officially voted with a resolution to take back a lot of their abilities. So they have that responsibility now. They have, Talking Rock has terminated the intergovernmental agreement. So they, whether it's a contract with a private company, I don't know exactly how they're going to perform those services, but that'll be up to them. So the county in the last 5 or 10 years, we haven't really changed much in terms of our existing services. And then we've got the goals and objectives in the comprehensive plan. Within the comprehensive plan, there's also the community work program, which is a 5-year list. And that is a project list of some things that are proposed. They don't have to happen. Again, the comprehensive plan is state required, but the individual projects don't necessarily have to happen in year 1 versus year 3. It's really kind of a list. We kind of looked at the county, the individual cities, and also community-wide majority consensus. You see at the top what the citizens like. They love our scenic views and wildlife, the small town atmosphere. They love that it's a safe place to live, and they don't want to take that for granted. They really appreciate and take pride in the police and fire of both the county and the cities. What they do not like is either a real or perceived lack of entertainment, local stores and restaurants, lack of job options. What community-wide citizens would support in terms of projects: continued investment in the downtowns, improvement in quality of life items such as parks and recreation, education. The majority consensus was that in terms of our public education system, we've gotten from good to great. Now we need to work from great to outstanding in our initiatives. Improve transportation infrastructure, recruit more local businesses and support existing ones, and improve and increase water infrastructure. Now, in thinking about the county and individual cities, there were 4 distinct personalities that really came out. So the first bullet point on each of these, I'll read them out, and that really summarizes it. The county, predominant land use continues to be rural. We've got mountainous terrain. We promote and respect the agriculture tradition, and we want to promote agribusiness, agritourism, and the county has limited infrastructure, whether it's water or just, we know the county does not have sewer, and there are no plans for any future county sewer. The city, on the other hand, is very different. The city of Jasper has the city's ability to serve its citizens and landowners with more robust water and sewer creates opportunities for increased density and uses not found in most areas of the county. So commercial, industrial, Jasper is in the driver's seat. If it chooses to fully take advantage of its situation, it can be where all the growth is targeted at. Nelson, I mean, it's kind of a tale of two communities in a way, because we know some of it's in Cherokee, some of it's in Pickens. The residents want to maintain a small town atmosphere while being willing and open to suburban style residential, some possible industrial So they know they're just so close to Cherokee County that it's inevitable. You know, they're going to see growth one way or the other. There's not really a forecast for any commercial much in Nelson. You know, they're just, you know, most of their town is not only on the old road, but on the old road. So there's just not the traffic count to, you know, I guess the saying goes, you can't buy a Coca-Cola in Nelson. I don't know that will change anytime soon, but, you know, but Nelson is just, you know, I think they're looking forward. They're seeing that there's possibility for, you know, even if it's not sewer, using septic, using a variety of residential zoning categories. They're looking to really, you know, to really move forward, have forward momentum. Talking Rock is wanting to stay rural, wanting to keep that ag heritage. Talking Rock leaders would love to have a more active downtown, and so they're hoping that maybe they can find a private partner to work on increasing their septic ability. You know, obviously they're always going to be in a low-lying area for some of their town, so the floodplain is always going to be a factor. But if the septic system serving those buildings downtown was improved, that could go a long way. That plus renovations, you know, towards having full retail, full occupancy for those spaces. And who knows, you know, maybe even a restaurant or two. But, you know, they would love to first get their septic under control and get all their spaces fully occupied. Any questions?
Any questions or comments for Richard? Item 6 is public comments. Yes, sir. None. Item 7 is adjournment. I hear a motion to adjourn. So moved. Second. Moving second to adjourn. Any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand. Motion carries. Meeting is adjourned.